Once you get familiar with the design process online, how you come up with the web page, design the web page locally, import the web page to the server, and link the page that you uploaded to the index. So it's the index and then wherever you're going to go. So once you design the page and upload it and link it to the index, the person goes on there, they click the link, and they go to the page. So now, the next step is what's on those pages. You're going to have $270 $10 products. So one of those $10 products is what? An album. Amen. Now you got an album up there for $4 now. The latest one that you have is $7. The one you have up there is $7. So why would somebody pay $7 for this album? And there's literally millions of other albums that they could get. Why are they going to get this album? So you want to bank on the fact that the people know you. So on your Facebook, you're going to go to each and every friend that you have. You're going to look in your list, and each and every friend that you have, you're going to say, hi, I'm selling an album. The album has however many songs, and you just have a link to one song. Okay, you're going to break it down. Each and every album has a link to the song. You can buy the song individually, or you can buy the song as an album. Now, this year, I want you to really put in your work on each song. So, because each song takes so long to upload, I want you to put each song a description, talk about the song, and even a video of one of those songs. So I don't care if you got to do a selfie. I don't care if you put a cartoon together. You put official video for one of those songs and put it up. And you share that video. In the description of the video, you have an AdFly or short or Bitly or whatever to where they can click the full album. When they click on that Bitly, they're going to go to advertisement or whatever, and then they're going to go to the album. So you're going to earn maybe a nickel, maybe a penny, maybe 2 pennies every time someone clicks there. So if you're earning a penny every time somebody clicks, all you need now is 100 clicks and you earn $1, right? So if you know more than 100 friends, then you could get potentially $1 each time you advertise this one song on your album, or this one video, which is going to link to the album. Okay, now on your Facebook, you're sharing the link to one song, and if the one song is $1 or whatever, then there you go. So now when they hear the song, it's got to be worth $1. So how can you guarantee each song you put up is worth $1? First of all, it's got to be tied to you. Second of all, it's got to be original. And third of all, it's got to exceed 1 minute. If you can do all three, that's $1 right there. You have 34 years of life experience. You have at least 10 years of making beats experience. So you can earn potentially $1 from each song. So $1 from each song that you put up, there you go. You're earning $1. You see what I'm saying? You're earning $1 for each song that you put up. Now guess what? The songs actually have to be helpful to people's lives. So what are some issues people are facing? People are facing issues like self-esteem. You have the lava, love, validation, affection, appreciation, and attention. You have these, and they're still prevalent, they're still relevant today. So it isn't as if when you're putting these things out, you're not considering. But each song is going to tend to one of those four, one of those five. And you got to figure out which song tends to one of those five. So once you find out, you can help people. Another thing that will be worth more or worth the money is putting lyrics. When you put a song out, instead of just putting this song out, there's two ways you can do it. You can write what you're going to say. You can write what you're going to rap and then rap. Or you can rap and then write what you rapped. Now, I like the second one because it's faster and it's funny. Because if you have a few words to like the launch pad, it's like the diving board. I got the chorus, or I got a few words I'm going to start with, and then I just rap the rest of it. I mean, to me, that's the skill of being able to rap. You know what I'm saying? Is that you could just come up with it right there. You just rap right there. That's the skill. So you have a couple of words, chorus, and you just rap like that. Couple words, chorus, you just rap like that. Then you go over what you rapped and write every word down. Then you type up what you wrote in the lyrics section of the album. So when a person clicks on there to listen and they want to know the lyrics of what you're saying, they click on the lyrics and they see the words. Now it's more depth. You see, now they're more involved. And guess what? They might buy it. They might say, well, this is tight. Let me get this. Because they like the lyrics, or because they like the sound, because they like what you're saying, because they like you. All of these four things or more can equal $1. They might just say, you know what, let me go and get this. Thanks, Julius. I'm going to get this one. And then go ahead and buy it from you. Another thing is that you can help people. You can put the information in the raps. So information regarding their self-esteem, information regarding, their place in life or whatever it is, you can put it in the raps. You can put it in the raps and help people out, help people get through their day, motivate them. You see what I'm saying? In the raps. You can put little goodies in the raps, in the songs, and they listen to the song, it changed their whole life. It changed everything. Put little goodies in the song. You could even put paraliminals in the background. You paid for one paraliminal, two, at least you could put the peak performance paraliminal in the background of the songs while you're rapping. Or you could rap and then take a sliver of the paraliminal and stick it in there. You know what I'm saying? You could scratch a piece of the paraliminal in there. Yeah, you could, dog. You scratch one of it. You only need a couple of records, dog. You got the Happy for No Reason, and you got the Peak Performance. Yeah, you can scratch a little bit of that in there, here and there. Scratch a little bit of that in there. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. And then that's your albums, selling the albums. Now, that's one, selling albums. Any adversity you face is because of your discipline. Adversity is simply letting you know your discipline is little. You have to have a great discipline to overcome adversity. And all adversity begins in the mind. A person is only able to attack you, attach you, or whatever it is, if you allow them to anchor on to your mind. Now, if you don't allow them in, they can't do it. They can't do anything about it. Okay? So forgive whoever is trying to get you, dog. Forgive your mother. Forgive Reverend Brown. Forgive any of them. Forgive anyone. Forgive the Mexicans. Forgive them all. Forgive everyone for trying to stop you in any way. And it could be that you're just imagining all of this adversity in the first place. It could just be you're imagining all this to establish yourself, to say, well, it's very clear the resistance training that I'm getting. It's very clear who is against me. You know what I'm saying? It's very clear. So the good thing about it is it's very lighthearted and it's really meant for your learning. So take this as a reason to succeed. Don't say, I can't win because of the people. Say, I'm not afraid of the people. I appreciate the people. And I will use whatever they give. Okay? So whatever they give, I'll use it. If you give hate, then that's what I'll have to use. Hey, we'll have hate burgers today. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it goes. Instead of being afraid to advance. So that's one aspect. That's selling the records. So another aspect is that you have books. You know, lava is all pervasive. That is, I mean, this is what you studied in college. The behavioral science, being able to help people where they're at. Not telling the people, meet me halfway. Not telling the people, if you meet me on the street, I can help you. It's like a business, you know, here's the address, drive over here, and then I'll help you. You're saying, no, I can find out where you're at and come to you. And that's what lava is about. You find out where the person is at, and then, so you come out with products, 270 products. That's 270 different ways to get involved in the lava. You can break it down because the lava is what, 5? So 270 divided by 5. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're simply going to go 270 divided by 5. That's 54 books on each of those. So it's 54 books on love, 54 books on validation, 54 books on affection, 54 books on appreciation, 54 books on attention. So if you just approach each of these one day, so for example, today you have one book on love and you expound on love, what you know about love. And these books don't have to be of a great length, but observe what people are selling for $10. Find 3 examples. You can even find 10 examples. Find 9 examples of $10 books. That will take a day in itself. You find 9 examples of a $10 book. See what it looks like. See how many pages it is. You go on Amazon Kindle, get a sample. See how many pages the book is. See how long the book is. See the kind of language that's used. See all the legal trimmings, all of the things that are done. Make it as legitimate as possible. I would say even copy the legal binding of the page. You know, where it says all rights reserved, where the book was published, the publisher name, the city, all of that, the year it was published. I would make one of those pages and legitimize the book. I would make a page where it's a dedication. All of those count as pages. So you have the legitimizing page, you have the dedication page, you have the introduction page, you have the conclusion page, you have the table of contents. All of these count as pages. Then the actual information has to be really real, dog. Don't just come up with crap. Come up with something that's decent. And you have droves and droves of information. You have lots of information. Even just in one, you have over 100 different pages. Even just in one. Now, it's not all great quality, but a lot of it is. A lot of it is great quality, dog. You can look on there and expound on what you have already written. You don't have to come up with things out of nowhere. You could take what you already have and expound on that. And just as you're talking about love now, you can talk about love in the book. So this is 54 books on love. 54. So you put those out. Then how are you going to advertise? So you could go on these different forums. You could go to the Facebook. You could go to even MySpace. You could go to Amazon. You could go to Wikipedia and find out other social networks to join. You join these social networks. You could join one where they just have books all the time. You see, you could talk the book up on a video. You could explain what you're talking about in, a 30, 50, 1 minute video. And share the video. But whatever it is, or you talk about it in your blog. Or, I got this book out. And you have one page where you discuss the book. And you put that out. Then you advertise what you put out. But this is a whole new frontier here. Okay, this is not, no one has done this. But there are individuals who have paved the way for this to be done. And they're doing very well now. Steve Pavlina, what are we talking about? 40, 50,000, a million, doing seminars, traveling the world. You don't have to do all of that. You could have stopped at the 40, 50,000. But the idea is that once you set these quality things up, you don't know until you set them up what they will do. You don't know, because you never know who's going to watch and listen. And everyone is not going to listen to everyone. So it's not like a Walmart where, there's only one store, or Target, the big stores. It's not like that. There's no big and little on the internet. On the internet is just you're there and I'm there. And do you know why? Because it's time to look at both pages. I have to take the equal amount of time to look at this page and this one, no matter how well they're designed. This looks really nice over here, and so does this one. Looks okay, but this one is nicer. So I want to spend more time here. That's how you establish the value, because it's more relevant to you. But no one else can say that. You can go on certain pages and it just looks like trash, and you don't go there. You say, I'm not going to spend time on this one. But once you establish you want to be there, it could look like anything, whatever, but the information is the draw. Because how was it created? It wasn't created by design. It didn't look pretty when it first came out. It was about the information. And we want to remember how the internet began. It began as a communication between colleges. You understand? Between school. That's how the internet started. It didn't start for the consumer. It didn't start so that you could go on Facebook or MySpace. That's not how the internet began. Internet started from MIT wanting to talk to Caltech or whatever. That's how it happened. And they started sharing information. And the rest is history. So the information that you put up has to be quality information. It has to be something for real. That's the first thing. Put up something real and then stand behind it. Dress it up, make it look nice, and share it with people. Let the people know that you put up this information and perhaps they're interested. And you have unlimited tries. You just keep putting up something and something's going to hit. One of those things is going to hit. One of those books is going to hit. One of those albums is going to hit. You had a couple albums that did hit. People bought it. So you got to keep putting things up until you find what is hitting and then start building around what hit. The albums that people bought, keep putting out music like that. Yeah, that was hitting, okay? Put a little bit of that in each subsequent album and build from there. Build off of that. So that's all there is to it. It's not very complicated, but it's very involved. It has a great depth to it. It's like the ocean. It's like water. It's not hard to jump in the water and splash around. But if you really want to start swimming around, you got to go down. You got to go deeper. I had a dream. It was a killer whale. I was swimming. It was like the ocean, but it was like a big pool. It was controlled. It was like blue tiles, on the side of the pool, like you've seen in pool. And it was like a controlled environment. It was this white dude, and they were like giving out floaties so that you could float. And it was this one little tiny, like a baby floaty that was multicolored. And the dude had the baby floaty, and I got the baby floaty from the dude, and it was just so little, and I was scared because it was just a big ocean. And this little baby floaty, and I was like, no, man, that's not enough. I don't want to drown. I don't want to fall in the water. For whatever reason, I wasn't swimming. I was just floating on the water with this little baby float. And then I saw one of those little donut floats with handles, with these two black handles. And it was yellow. It was like greenish yellow with two black handles. And so I grabbed a hold and I started floating until my left was like the wall, the pool wall. It goes on forever, just like a pool wall. And as I'm floating in the water, I see this killer whale. Killer whale starts swimming next to me on the left. And I'm scared because it's this big old killer whale. And it's just me floating. There's no one else around. And the killer whale was friendly. It wasn't scary at all. It was friendly. It was friendly, just floating there like, oh, you're swimming around. And I'm scared because I didn't want to fall in the water and die, dog. So I was like, swimming next to this killer whale. And the killer whale saw that I was scared. And it changed a little bit. It was playful, but then it started to get a little more serious, you see. Because he thought I was scared. He saw I was afraid. So when the killer whale saw that I was afraid, he started swimming. He was still swimming, but it was a little more tense. It was a little more serious, a little more mischievous now. It was like, oh, I see that you're scared. Still clowning and playing, but seeing now that I'm afraid. And then I woke up. So that's the point, is that the killer whale was still very friendly. But the idea is that you're now being introduced to this frontier, and you have help. You have nature's help. You have the Lord's help. The Lord is helping you. He's telling you, I'm with you, and I'm friendly. I'm not going to hurt you, but it's your fears that you have to overcome and conquer. Your fears. Because a killer whale is not going to kill you. But it's the name killer whale, you see? And you're afraid of killer, right? You don't want to die. But you still got to swim around. You still have to swim around. You still have to swim out here. Here is this, it's no coincidence, it's a money colored floaty with black handles. So you got to do it the black way to get your money. You got to do what you know is the right way. And as you saw to the left of you, it was the pool, the wall of the pool kind of thing. You saw to the left, and all the safety of the pool and everything like that, that was to the left. So you have a foundation established. You can always swim next to the pool and get out of the water. But the killer whale was between the water, the wall, and you. So if you wanted to swim back to shore, to the safety, you would have to get past the killer whale. And you didn't do that. You didn't try to swim out of the water. When you saw the whale, you didn't try to get out. You just kept swimming, but you were scared. And the killer whale saw that you were scared and kept swimming alongside you, clowning you like, you're scared, huh? You know what I'm saying? But it still kept swimming because you kept swimming. You didn't stop swimming. You were just scared in the water. And you have the black handles holding on. So you got to hold on to what you know, which is the black. You know what it's like to be black now. You know that. You have an idea. You have the flavor of the seasoning of being a black man in this world. 34 years now. You have the seasoning. You know what it's like. You know who is for you and who is not. And there wasn't no one else around. There was a white dude that helped you with the little baby floaty. But the money colored donut floaty with the handles, that was just floating there. The white dude didn't give you that. He gave you the little baby floaty that you had to put your body on and flop over in the water with. He gave you that. He gave you the small, insufficient tool. That's what the white man gave you, the small, barely usable tool. That's what he gave you. But the tool that you needed that started you going, it was black. You see what I'm saying? It was the black handle. And the handles were little. You know how they look. So it's like, it's little what you have, but it's black. And it's yours. And it's money. And what are you doing now? That's what you're doing. It's just keeping you floating in the water, what you have in the beginning. But you see this big old killer whale that's there telling you it's going to be real big. The killer whale is what? It's black, right? So you got this little black handle, and then you have this big old black killer whale to your left, letting you know, listen, the foundation is set. We're with you. Keep floating out here. Don't give up. You're onto something. Keep going. So that's the thing. You also have to be motivated regularly to keep swimming, because it is not it's new. It's new. And like you see, the pool and everything, they're trying to control it. The white people were on the shore with the pool, and you see there's the pool wall and all the little nice tiles and design like you've seen in every pool. And that's the point. That's how they are. They're going to try to control it all. But to your right and to where you're swimming, it's just vast sea. It's just ocean, right? Just pure water. No one has seen all of it. No one has gone that far out. You're among the new people that's going out there trying to put something, trying to start something new, trying to go out and establish yourself. But it's possible. And God is with you. So that's what you can get. But you have to keep records regularly. Every single day you have to keep the record. Because remember who's behind you. Remember that they're building up the wall right behind you. They're coming after you to say this is how it's going to be from now on. They're building it up right behind you. You're right ahead of them. Like right ahead of them. And the Lord will always tell you when they're trying to gain on you. The Lord will always give you a boost, like, keep doing this so you can keep going. Because you know they're right behind you. So it's very exciting. And this excitement is what you're going to put into what you're sharing or what you're selling. You're going to sell this excitement. It's all new. And you want to get like me, or you want to scout ahead like me or whatever, buy this stuff, buy this, what I'm selling, buy these things. Buy these things because it's going to help you. And it really does. It does help. But it took all this time for me to